Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a long time since I posted a video or made one. Work has been very, very busy. We are extremely short-staffed, and you could probably say the same thing for millions of other places around the country. But I just been working a lot. I'm just tired, and I just really haven't had the time to do videos because when I do get free time, I like to go play golf or do stuff with friends and all that. And I just haven't had the gumption to make a video, but I think I should probably start doing that again. Um, so I'm gonna in this video, the Major League Baseball has reached their halfway point of the season. Well, not record wise. There's less games going to be in the second half than there is the first half. It's the All-Star break, so it's technically the halfway point. And the Detroit Tigers sit at 40-51, 11 games under 500. They are third in their division. Let's get some stats on the laptop real quick. From what I've seen from this year is they are better than they are last year and the year before and the year before. So that is the good thing. They are improving. New manager AJ Hinch seems to be changing the culture around because I've seen a lot of fight in them in games that I normally wouldn't see from the Tigers of the past 5 years. Such as there was a game against the Chicago White Sox like 3 or 4 weeks ago. We were in Chicago. We were down 7-1 or something like that in the seventh inning. We scored 7 runs to take the lead. We ended up losing that game still, but we fought back and took the lead. And we have done that many times this year, where we may not have won the game, but we fought back to have a chance to win. We just cannot keep a lead. Our bullpen is not that great. It looks great at times, and it looks horrible a lot of other times. Our hitting looks like it's improved since April. However, it's not an elite team. We are not an elite team right now. But we are a better team than we were last year, and that is the important thing. We are improving. And at the rate we're going right now, we will win over 70 games, which is right there to turn the table. And that's after 5 years of rebuilding. That 5th year should be around the time you turn the table and start competing for a World Series. I'm a Tigers fan for life. I'm a Detroit fan for life. And my laptop's being stupid right now. There we go. I just want to go to Google. I just want to get some stats here. And it's wanting to be stupid. But anyway, now, we are not eliminated from playoff contention. It's a long shot because we're 11 games under 500 to start. But we're not the worst team in baseball anymore. So leads me to believe that we're close. And, the start of July and, the end of June, I believe it was, or the start of July. When did we face against the Indians? Because I know we started off July with a series win against the White Sox, who have owned us this year, which was very nice to see. And then I think we went to Cleveland after that. So I know we won a series against Cleveland. Oh, it was before the White Sox series. Yeah, that's right. So we won a series against the Indians, and then we won a series against the White Sox. Then we won a series against the Rangers. Should have swept them, but we just couldn't. That game 2 was terrible. 3 series wins in a row. I thought, man, we're making a push. We're making a push. And then the 4-game series against the Twins. Game 1, lost 5-3. Should have won that game. Game 2, we could have won that game too, but, our hitting was just terrible. Game 3, lost 9-4. We had a 4-0 lead through 5. Should have won that game. Bullpen let us down. Sunday, lost 12-9. Had a lead 2 times in that game. Again, had a 4-1 lead after I think the 4th or 5th inning. And then regained the lead off a grand slam from Jake Rogers in the 9th. And we still lost in extra innings. That series, if we had a better bullpen, or we just had our pitchers did a little bit better, we could have won that series 3-1. Just plain and simple. We could have won that series 3-1, but we just could not hold the lead. Now the fun part is, we get to play them again right after the All-Star break. Although this time will be at home. It's not a 4-game series. Looks like there's a doubleheader that start out on Friday, July 16th, and then Saturday and Sunday. So it looks like it's a 4-game series. Hopefully we'll do better than we did last time. Because like I said, we could have taken 3 games out of that 4. And we could have taken all 4 if we had just hit better on Friday's game. But we were right there in all 4 of them. But our bullpen just let us down. Hopefully this All-Star... Chris Fetter is a genius. He is magical. He has turned bad pitchers into good pitchers. Look at Kyle Funkhouser. He was horrible last year, and he's one of our better pitchers out of the bullpen this year. Willie Peralta. Everybody thought when we signed him, mid-season, I'm like, man, he's a solid arm, but he's just not that great. He looks great in his first 4 starts. The bullpen let him down in that Sunday game. He didn't look as sharp as he did in the first 3 ones, but he wasn't bad. Just the bullpen let us down. So hopefully this All-Star break, not a lot of Tigers in the All-Star, events. Some people are probably there watching, but I hope that, we all can get together this off season, take a little breath, take a little breather, a little week off, regroup, and hopefully our bullpen can, get it together, because it looks like we're finally starting to hit, and that was our problem earlier in the season. Was our pitching was great, but our bullpen, our hitting sucked. Our hitting still does suck because we still have the issue of getting runners on base, but we can't score them. But like I said, for the exception of that Friday game, 4 runs, 9 runs, and we still couldn't win because of our bullpen. If you scored more than 4 runs, you should be able to win the game. Just plain simple. If you score more than 4 runs, your pitching should be good enough to win. But it just wasn't. Daniel Norris and Derek Holland need to be, at the very least, sent down to AAA to figure shit out. Nego Goodrum, I think it's time for also him to go down, or at least go down. Same with Willie Castro, because I cannot see how... although Willie Castro has been hitting a little bit better lately. But Nego Goodrum, I know he got injured and he's coming back off, but this whole season he has looked terrible, both on the defensive side and the offensive side. He's a utility guy, and, I liked him. He was one of my favorite players last year. He still is, but, he's got to get it together. And, look at Kyle Funkhouser, for example. Last year he sucked. He got sent down to AAA. And, he was basically told, figure it out, and then he'll be back. And he did exactly that. The announcers for the Tigers basically said that a few days ago. He did that. He went down, figured out what he needed to do, worked on his stuff, and got better. And that's what I think Daniel Norris and Derek Holland and even Nego Goodrum could do. Go down, not for just a short period of time, but just go down, figure out what they're doing wrong, and then once they're ready to come back up, they're ready to come back up. It worked for Kyle Funkhouser. I wouldn't see why it couldn't work for these guys. Because, getting sent down, yeah, it sucks. It kind of hurts your pride, but at the same time, it should say, okay, I'm not good enough right now to be at the major league level. What do I need to do to get to that level to be better? All right, I'm going to do it. So I think, for these guys, that's what they should do. Zach Short, I'm very impressed of him. Daz Cameron, same. It sucks he got injured, because, man, he was tearing it up since he just got called up. I've been so impressed with what I've seen from Daz Cameron and Zach Short. At the short amount of time I've seen them. The longer period of time I've seen guys is I am very, very impressed. The 2 guys that I am very impressed throughout the entire season so far is Akil Baddoo and Eric Haas. Those 2 guys, talk about Akil Baddoo, who has never played in AAA, barely seen AA ball, blew it up in the spring training, which is the reason why it's on the major league level. And then his very first major league pitch he sees in the regular season, he hits a home run. And then the very next game, he hits a grand slam. And then a walk-off. I mean, and this guy, it wasn't just like a short spurt. Yeah, he had a little slump, but every player goes through that. He got out of it. He's batting .277, I believe, or somewhere around there. And he's a really good hitter. He has very good speed. And I just love his personality. His facial expressions are amazing. And, I just love his energy. And I'm just glad we have him. I hope we keep him. He's only 22. That's the thing. He's only 22 years old. And he's doing this. And he's only going to get better. So I hope he's going to be our core front for the next, 10, 15 years. And then Eric Haas. Never heard of him until this year. And he's tearing it up. He is tearing it up. That game against the Rangers where we lost 10-5, he hit a 3-run homer off the bench to tie it. He didn't play that game. He came off the bench and then hit a 3-run homer to tie the game in the 7th inning. And then, like I said, our bullpen just let us down that game. We got back, tied it up, had a momentum. Very next inning, we allowed 3 runs. So, hopefully, like I said, hopefully our bullpen can get better in the second half of the season. Because I still think, call me crazy, but I think this team can fight for a wild card. Yes, it's a long shot. I know. But until we are eliminated from playoff contention, I'm still going to think and still going to hope we're going to make the playoffs. Same with any Detroit team. Until they're eliminated, mathematically, I still think it can be done, and I hope they can do it because I'm missing Detroit sports in the playoffs. The last team to make the playoffs in Detroit sports, I think, was the Detroit Pistons in 2018, and they got swept. But it was still fun to see because they made the playoffs. And if you make the playoffs, it doesn't matter what you do in the regular season, you always have a chance to win your respective championship. So, let's take a look at some standings. Like I said, the Tigers right now are 3rd in their division. They are 15 games back of first place. However, they are 7 games behind the Indians for second place. So like I said, I don't think winning the division. I think it's going to be the White Sox this year. The White Sox are winning the division this year. So the division, it will not be the Tigers this year. Unless they win, only lose twice here from here on out. And I don't see that happening. So let's take a look at the wild card. Does it show the wild card? Not on here. So I have to... No, stop. I don't want to... Alright. MLB wildcard standings. As of right now, let's see. Right now, the 2 wildcard teams that the playoffs are today would be the Tampa Bay Rays and the Oakland A's. Detroit is also 15 out of the wild card. Huh. That's weird. But they will fluctuate. The division will just get longer, and if the Tigers can get on a roll, it'll shorten. They're behind the Angels, the Yankees, the Indians, the Blue Jays, Seattle, and Oakland. Oakland has been... This is actually going to be really tough, though, because Oakland's been playing really well. Seattle, it's weird because we swept them in Seattle. We actually had no hitter against them, but Seattle has been turning it up lately. However, I still think the Tigers are better than Seattle. I don't care what the records say they are. We beat them 3 times, and then they came to us, and we should have swept them, but we won 2-1, and we were 5-1 against them this year. Toronto, I think we're also better than them. Cleveland, that's a toss-up. But, the Tigers have the work cut out for them. But, we'll see how July ends. I'll give an update on the standings, after July. Same with after August and after September. If they can get themselves within 8 games of the wild card at the end of August, then they'll be playing meaningful games in September. But if they're still 15 or more out, at the end of August. It's unless they win every game in September, it's just not going to happen. But it's still July. We got a ton of games left. Hopefully they can go on a tear. Like I said, I until they're eliminated, I'm going to hope they can do it. I know it may be foolish, and I'm just going to be in for a heartbreak, but I'm a Detroit fan. I'm used to it. But yeah, like I said, Friday, July 16th, the Tigers return to play against the Twins for a doubleheader. First game looks like, and they're at home, Comerica Park, and it looks like the first game's at 2:10. That's weird. Usually Comerica Park games start at 1:10. But hey, I didn't make it. Yeah, so I guess for a doubleheader, it's probably going to be a straight doubleheader. Or no, maybe not. 2:10, 7:10. Yeah, first game's at 2:10, second game's at 7:10, 7-inning games. And then Saturday's game is going to be at 6:10, and then the series finale will be at 1:10. And then we face against Rangers again. So, our schedule does get a little bit easier after the Twins. The Twins are just a divisional opponent, and they've been rolling lately. I don't care what the record says. They are better than the record says they are. And I think they are a better team than the Tigers. I'm sad to say, even though we could have taken 3 against them in the past series, but it just shows that they're the better team because they fought back and they hit better than our bullpen pitched. Plain and simple. But the Rangers is a 4-game series at home. We should be able to take at least 3. We took 2 against them in Texas. Then we face against the Royals for 3. We should be able to take at least 2. Then we play against the Twins again for 3. Wow, we play against the Twins a lot. Hopefully we can at least take 1. And then we play against the Orioles for a 4-game series at home. The Orioles are not that great of a team. But I wouldn't underestimate them because they have knocked off some good opponents. But it's at home. So we should be able to take at least 3, maybe 2. And then the start of August. That's when we face against the next opponent above 500. That's the Red Sox at home. And we played great against the Red Sox in Boston. Yeah, we didn't win the series, but we played great against them hitting-wise. Just like I said, our bullpen didn't do so well. Then the Indians, Orioles again, Indians again, Angels, Blue Jays. So we play against a lot of the wild card teams coming up. So, hopefully we can make a push. We got a ton of games left. So, my overall grade for the Tigers hitting has been a B-, C+. Starting pitching, solid B. Bullpen, C-. Overall, this team is a C+, B-. But they have improved. They are improved. And that's the important thing. Because it shows to also free agents that saying, oh my God, this team is actually getting better. It is close to turning the corner. Maybe the bigger names will say, maybe I'm the one piece to make them a championship caliber team. Let me go to that team. I still want Carlos Correa at the end of in this free agency. I think he'll be a great shortstop. We need lockdown shortstop, so hopefully Carlos Correa will, in fact, come to the Tigers, reunite with AJ Hinch. But overall, I am impressed with this coaching staff has been able to do with the Tigers this year. Hopefully they can make a push. If not, it's still fun to watch them. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys in the next one.